That's Kapichat! That's Kapichat! That's Kapichat!
So Controls
Definitely.
happened. Was it? No, it was Gentle Ben when we went to London, wasn't it? There's this 20-minute documentary that we made. Mainly me and Joe that made that, actually, wasn't it? Of our trip to London.
Yeah. I wasn't in it.
You weren't in it, no. You went separately, so it was kind of mine and Joe's stupid 20-minute documentary. That was Gentle Ben, yeah. So that exists somewhere as well. Yeah. So there is evidence of our hideous trip to London. So excited! It's my first. I don't know if it's your first time, but it's my first time playing London. So you can imagine you're so excited to play a gig in London, and you get there, and it's like a pub on the outskirts of London. So you're not actually in London at all. You're kind of in Reading or Slough or something, really, aren't you?
Something like that.
There's a couple of bands on before us who are just shit and boring, and there's no one there.
Yeah.
And then we do our gig. I remember it being really bright as well. There was kind of a stage. It was just really bright. We played really badly. It was awful. And then we stayed at a travel lodge with a stained carpet. And I thought at the time, is this what it's like being in a band? Is this it? That is what. So that wasn't great. I was about 29 at the time, so approaching 30 as well. So life is pretty miserable anyway, because you're approaching 30.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
What am I doing? Yeah. So you think that's going to be your moment of fame and fortune, and you're sleeping on a piss-stained carpet in Slough. So it wasn't great. So that came to an end for some reason. I don't remember why, but that came to an end.
No, I think it was just. I was probably working away quite a lot, and we just didn't get together, and it was just kind of. We should have a band practice, and we say yes, then I'd go working in another country or something for a while, and then it just never really kind of carried on. I don't think it ever officially stopped.
No, we're still a band then.
Yeah,
we're still in Controls.
Nice.
I didn't do anything for about 5 years. I've hardly touched a guitar for about 5 years. Didn't make any music, apart from. It must have been in that time when I played at your brother's wedding. And I did play at your brother's wedding, didn't I? Yeah, in London. Yeah. And I played at your wedding as you walked down the aisle.
Yeah, I played First Day of My Life by
Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes. Absolutely.
Walked down the aisle.
Absolutely terrifying that was to do that, but very nice. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on that, isn't there? Can't get that wrong.
No, I've done it.
And you didn't, so it's good.
I didn't, no, so that was good. Did you do anything in that 5 years, like for the next 5, 6, 7 years?
Yeah, before when I was my old band, Stumptown Experiment, I got together with the bass player and the drummer from that. We'd get together every kind of Tuesday night, every week or every couple of weeks, set up a couple of Zoom R16 recorders, join them together, so we got loads of tracks, mic up, everything, and we'd set ourselves a task of an album to learn, and we'd record that the next week. And so we did every Nirvana album. We did all the Mudhoney albums, and then various weeks we just did loads of different songs, loads of L7 songs, Sonic Youth songs, and all that kind of stuff. And I've got some quite good recordings from that. They're all covers. But that was good fun, really. We'd just have a week to learn all of these songs. Me being me, I'd learn them the night before because I cannot ever be bothered to learn things.
Yeah.
And I struggle to, as soon as I write something, I forget how to play it, and I can never remember how to play it again. So it's, that was good fun. Got some good recordings out of that, and that was our thing we were doing every Tuesday over in Watton. It was good.
So an album a week.
Yeah.
Well, that pisses on my way doing then, doesn't it? Album a month. Right.
I suppose it does, but we're writing our own stuff nowadays, so that's a bit different, isn't it?
True.
If you choose to do like a Green Day album for a week or something like that, you just need 3 chords and you've got the whole album done. If you just do Dookie or something, it's easy. Yeah. And even Nirvana stuff, we've grown up playing Nirvana stuff since we were first learning guitars, so it's easy to do a Nirvana one. Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah. So we may insert one of those songs here. If not,
Yeah, do it.
I'm just pointing for the sake of it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
See what you do
We
with
went under the name of
post-production.
the Stinks. And what
The
I'll play
Stinks.
you actually is,
Mm.
yeah, we'll play. We did a cover of "Spit Me Out" or "Spit You Out" by the Spits.
Mhm.
We'll play that. That's a good song.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
where are we now? Like mid-30s, I guess. So that's when I get in a band called Burning Codes, an established band. Some cool opportunities with that one. I was on Sky. An hour Sky special gig recorded in Bournemouth. So that was kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah. I've got a copy of that still. Yeah, it was down at a club in Bournemouth. It was an hour-long filmed gig for TV.
Can I watch it and skip the singing?
You can mute it and just watch me. Yeah, you can mute it. Just look at the bits of me with my sunburst Telecaster. Yeah.
Is Lloyd in that, or was that before Lloyd?
No, that's pre-Lloyd. Pre-Lloyd. We'll come on to Lloyd in a minute.
You actually asked me to, you actually asked me to join that band.
Yeah.
You asked me to join that. Said you needed a guitarist, I think, at the time.
Yeah, we did.
Probably ended up being Lloyd, I guess, did it?
Well, these things happen for a reason.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
So I know, did some cool stuff. Met Tim Wheeler from Ash because of that band. Went over to Belfast and did an acoustic set, and Tim Wheeler from Ash was there doing an acoustic set on the same night. So I had some cool opportunities and did some good stuff, but came to an end. So yeah, that's when I met Lloyd, Fuzzy Bollocks. Yeah, he did about a year in Burning Codes with me, and then we decided we want to do our own shit. So we left Burning Codes, and it was just like, I guess it's a bit like when you leave home for the first time, and you're just like, kind of like, what do we do now? It was just me and him out on a limb, not knowing what we're to do next. Like, can we actually write songs between us? So obviously we came up with a name first. Yeah, I think one of us said Fuzz Felts, and one of us said no. What about Fuzz and the Felts? Done. Got a logo. Had a 10-second clip or something with a little video. Put that out. Going, look at what's coming, everybody. That's as far as we got. We'd kind of secretly recruited Lewis already for drums. Tried out. Not even tried out. We invited another bass player to come, but Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Martin.
But
I know Martin as well.
Yeah. But no, we got desperate, so got in touch with you because I knew you and Lloyd, because you didn't know Lloyd at all, did you?
No,
you didn't know Lloyd at all. But I knew you, about the only person really that hadn't. Lloyd, you're very famous. Remember, if you're watching this, you probably got bored by now. Yeah, so you joined.
Back to his own channel.
You what?
Going back to his own channel.
Yeah, back to his own YouTube channel. Yeah, he's got like 4,000 subscribers. We got 12 at the minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, you said, yeah, go on then. I'll come and join Fuzz and the Felts.
Yeah, I wasn't a bass player though, but I joined as a bass player, and just to show my commitment, I went out and bought a bass straight away.
Yeah,
for it.
You knew it was serious. You knew it was where you needed to be.
I figured if I can play with 6 strings, and I can play with 4 strings quite easily. And it turns out it's right, really. It's easy. It's just a bit too big. They make my fingers hurt a little bit. So that's when you get a smaller bass guitar like that.
Yeah.
And then it works. It's just like playing guitar, but with less strings. Easy.
All your guitars are quite small, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I like them to be small.
Tiny ones.
Yeah. I've got tiny little hands, you see.
Yeah.
They say about people with small hands, you need smaller guitars to play.
That is what they say. People always say that.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Fuzzfelds, it's been good. Fuzzfelds was really
good.
Well, it still is. We just obviously we'll get into that in a minute in terms of having a break. But yeah, we recorded some songs locally at a studio that you were really excited about recording about, Sick Room Studios.
Yeah, Sick Room, yeah. Yeah, owned by Owen Magoo from Magoo, who are a band that I was listening to when we were at college and stuff like that. So that studio over towards Norwich was always the studio that all of the indie bands and punk bands would want to go and record at. Yeah. But we'd always record at college instead because it would be for free. But yeah, so I was quite excited about going there, and he's good rates as well. He's a great place to go to, great studio.
Very
proper
good.
Old school kind of, just it's so much crap in there. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Good guy.
So first Fox was going well, wasn't it? Did some good gigs.
Really well.
And then it was February, wasn't it? February or March? Yeah, February actually, I think. Or was it March? No, start of March, like March the 7th. We did a gig at Stanford supporting Snuff, which obviously you said right at the start of this, you loved Snuff when you were like 15. And then
exactly. We were doing Snuff covers when I was 16 and supporting them. It's absolutely brilliant. I was so excited about that. That was a great gig. It was sold out, wasn't it? And it was just everybody there was having a good time, and I love those scary clown gigs, which is what it was. They're so good. Everybody goes there to support every band, which is how it should be. Because so many times you go to these gigs and the first two bands, you have about 10 people in there, then everybody comes in to see the big band at the end. But on this occasion, it was full from the start, and it was absolutely brilliant.
That was the gig where
they're brilliant.
Yeah, that was the gig where we thought, okay, people want to know who we are a bit now. They can see that actually we're all right, and people like us, and there could be a few opportunities here. So we're really, really buzzing after that gig for a few weeks, and then a couple of weeks later, then there's lockdown.
Yeah.
And that is the end of Fuzzfelds for, well, since March 2020, really, which is a real shame, the timing of that, because it was starting to go really well.
It was starting to get a bit of following, and people knew who we were anyway in terms of the band, didn't they? So it was,
so 2020 was a bit shit, really, but it was for everybody, obviously. But I think we managed 1 or 2 rehearsals in the middle of the year, hoping it'd all get better, but then another lockdown came. So the end of 2020, I know I was getting really, really quite bored of not doing music, not being in a band, not putting stuff out, all the stuff that comes along with it that I absolutely love, we just weren't doing. And that's where Das Kapichat's. Oh, nice light.
Nice light. What's happened?
No, you just flashed like someone's taking pictures of you. Yeah, you got a photographer there. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Unless they're paparazzi, might be
paparazzi. Yeah. Careful they don't chase you around on motorbikes.
Yeah, exactly. A bit more light. It's nicer.
So
where did we get to? My iPad went weird.
We're on to Das Kapichat's now because lockdown was miserable. We couldn't do Fuzz and the Felts.
Yeah.
So over to you. Tell us about the start of Das Kapichat's.
Das Kapichat's. I was releasing stuff or putting stuff on Bandcamp and kind of sneaking it onto Spotify and all that kind of stuff in the middle of last year. I think it was just a load of all kind of a load of the punk songs which I'd write, which were they would never have suited Fuzz and the Felts, really. It was just so I was writing a load of songs and putting them on there, and it was getting did get a few radio plays and stuff like that. I got onto BBC, onto introducing with Das Kapichat stuff. But I always made a point in those days of making sure that nobody knew who I was at all. I was just trying to keep it all mysterious, like just and who else was it? It was on Doc Mason's show and stuff like that. He'd play a lot of the songs, but he would always be introduced as the mysterious Das Kapichat. And he knew it was me, but it was always I said to him, just make sure nobody knows who I am. It's all like that. I don't know why. And it turns out it doesn't really work. It only works if you're famous in the first place and if you can actually sell the music. But if nobody knows who you are anyway, and you're trying to release some music with saying that you're not anybody, then it doesn't really work. But no, I had a few radio plays, a few podcast plays, stuff like that. So it was going all right. It was going all right. But then we both decided to have you singing on a few things, and then it came to just sharing writing as well, then, didn't it? So
I don't remember the exact conversation. It was only 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, but I don't remember exactly how it happened. But yeah, we kind of just started doing a bit together, didn't we? And then put out the first album. How do you say the first album?
Joluku.
Thank you.
Joluku.
Which is December in Finnish.
Yeah.
So yeah, we put that one album out. And around that time of that album coming out, I can't remember if it had been released or not, or whether it was just before that album came out. But we put it out on Bandcamp and Spotify and everywhere else. And then the album, the idea of 12 albums in 12 months came up. Again,
that's because we had a folder on iCloud with about 70 or 80 songs or ideas, and thought, right, we can go through these and see what we can do with them. But we didn't actually use too many of them because we started just writing songs as we're going along.
Yeah, I think that was the intention, wasn't it? Like 70 or 80 song ideas there. I thought, oh, that's like 8 albums there, so we could just put all them out. But no, after the first album, second album, which came out in February, called Number 2. That was mainly new songs, I think. A few older ones on there. I mean, well, what we should do actually, we should do a walkthrough probably of these albums so we can go through each song and just talk about where they came from and stuff like that. So it's for our own entertainment, no one else's.
We'll do that on another video, shall we?
Yeah. Number 3, Blah Blah Blah, was nearly all new stuff, and I think that's the one we kind of got excited about, that album. But by the time we've released it, by the time we've recorded it and you've mixed it, we're on to the next 2 albums, writing and recording.
We don't really get to enjoy them too much, but we get to enjoy them before they actually go out, and then once they go out, we're on to the next one.
Yeah,
so it's
bored of that. Next. So songs came out, 5 days ago? 4 days ago? 2nd of April, so that's where we're up to, is April's release. May, you've been mixing today. Have we? Yeah,
we've actually got 15 of the tracks, because there's going to be, I think, 18 on there, or 17 or 18 songs possibly.
Which is mad. But I thought this acoustic album, we struggled to get 10 songs. I thought this will have to be a short one, because we're going acoustic. It's going to be a bit difficult to do, but we've ended up with shitloads again.
Yeah, and there's about 15 on Bandcamp already, all private, and so we've got a few more to do on that, and then that'll be ready to go. And we've also got some artwork from Sam Cox for that. So we've had some special artwork made for this. From Sam Cox Art, I think his Instagram is something like that. But he's absolutely brilliant illustrator, and we've got him to do the cover for it. And the idea behind this album as well is this acoustic one. And we've decided we want to put all of the profits of this album, we want to give all of the money to Macmillan Cancer in Kings Lynn to massively worthy cause close to my heart and close to many people's hearts. And we want to try and make as much money with that to give to them basically, and because we've not made any money yet or anything like this from selling anything. We don't intend to. We've got no interest in doing that anyway, really. The only reason why we'd want to make any money is to either give it away to charity or to fund a big CD project or vinyl project at the end of the year or something.
Yeah.
But everything we're doing, all the T-shirts we've sold at cost price and stuff like that. We're not intending to make anything, and that's not what it's about. But yeah, I'm rambling there anyway. But it's that's the idea behind this next album, to try and raise as much money as we can, which I'm hoping a lot of people will buy it. I'm hoping to. What we're doing is, because they're all going to be available on all the streaming services and everything like that as well, but we want the Bandcamp version to have a kind of a hidden track on it, or not so hidden now because I've just told you it's on it, but an extra track which isn't going to be available on the streaming services. So if you want that extra track, then you'd have to buy the album, and which is I'd hope that would add as a nice little incentive as well as raising loads of money. But yeah,
and I think it's a genuinely good album. I was listening to it today because you've been doing the mixes for it, and it's really good album. Man. I mean, I'm quite proud of ourselves for doing this one, because it's not a way of recording or songwriting which comes naturally to us anymore.
No.
We normally write with electric guitars, electric bass now. So to sit there with an acoustic guitar was like going back in time 20 years.
With the acoustic guitar, in a way, you've got to kind of play it all the way through, which is completely different from my kind of style of recording and making music. I'll do a loop of guitar and stuff like that, add bits onto it and things like that. And so when I record a song, I rarely record the whole guitar in one go on that, but you have to when you're doing acoustic, because you can't do the little kind of overlaps and the little joins. So you've got to be nice with it.
Yeah.
But
it sounded good. Album 6 is well underway. The thing is, when we go on to the next album, we've done this a couple of times now. We've said, right, this is going to be more of a so-and-so kind of genre. Because if anyone doesn't know, I'm kind of always been more into the kind of the alternative indie, kind of British pulp blur kind of stuff. Whereas Steve's always been more into sort of the punk kind of stuff. So there was one album, I don't know if it was meant to be songs. It was like, right, this is going to be a punk album. This is going to be just a full-on noise punk album. And then
it's going to be a song.
It's just turned into Das Kapitans. Album 6 was kind of me going, right, I want this to be a more kind of indie album, kind of a nod to the shared influences around indie that we have. It's just turned into Das Kapitans again. So we cannot. I guess that means we've kind of found our sound, if you like, without realizing that we're trying to do a different genre, but it just comes back to us again, which is kind of cool, I think.
I think so. I mean, album 6 is going to be our sound, but it's a slightly slowed down version, possibly, and a bit more thought put into some melodies, maybe. I don't know, but it still sounds like us. So
which is a bit more synth on it maybe as well, and but no, and album 7 is a few bits written for that as well, and so I am a bit nervous about 8, 9, 10, and 11. Those albums, I'm thinking, what if it dries up? Well,
I'm gonna put some pressure. No, you can.
It's like we've signed a contract and we're going to get our ankles broken if we don't get this done this year. I feel like I'm under so much pressure to do this. Like, we've signed a record deal with Sony Records and we've got to fucking do it. It's just us being stubborn, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is.
No one's going to give a shit if in October we don't release an album. But
exactly.
I'll be absolutely mortified if it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So it will happen, though. It will happen. We're putting pressure on Lewis for album 7. Lewis from Fuzz and the Felts.
Yeah.
He's album 7 is going to be the first one which is fully band. It's going to be live drummers, proper live drummer, which is going to be Lewis, and putting this on YouTube now is kind of putting pressure on him to get it done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's already got 2 or 3 songs that we've sent over to him. So
and album 6, without giving any names away, we got some collaborators on album 6.
Yeah,
haven't we?
We have on 5 as well.
Which is 5? The acoustic one.
Acoustic
Oh yeah,
album.
the acoustic one. Yeah, we have. We've got. So yeah, we've started picking up collaborations.
Scragglers.
Kind of cool, yeah. Hanger-oners, danglers.
Hanger-oners. Yeah.
Gucci danglers. Yeah. So no, it's really cool. I mean, that's something to mention, isn't it? Over I was going to say the last year, the last fucking 3 months, the last 12 weeks, is the amount of people that we've spoken to that have been in touch with us, podcasts, radio stations, blog writers, magazine writers, just so many people that we've been able to talk to and share what we're doing with, just by sitting. We've had, well, I think I've seen you about twice this year. We've written 4, 5, 6 albums now. You've popped around my house about 3 times, and that's only to the garden, of course, because you weren't allowed in the house.
Yeah. With a mask.
Yes, with a mask. But yeah, it's just because we're doing this. We've met so many people, virtually met so many people, so many conversations with new people, and it's just been quite cool. And I wish we'd started it sooner last year, but we've started it now, and we can't stop. And I mean, God knows what people think of us, really, because every day, Instagram, Facebook, Das Kapichat's new release, Das Kapichat's new song. Listen to this. It's
I'm hoping people are not getting bored of it and are just kind of getting interested to see whether it's actually going to happen. And I'm hoping that they're actually liking the albums that we're doing as well, because that's another big part of it. We do actually want to be liked. We don't want to just be doing albums of crap, just rubbish songs.
It'd be nice if what we do is shit, that people could tell us. If you could do that,
Exactly.
if anyone's watching this, if we are really embarrassing and really shit, can you let us know? Because we will stop if it is awful. We think it's all right, but what do we know? We're from Wisbech. So no, it's going all right, and we're having fun doing it as well. And obviously, people have asked, "Will you be doing Das Kapichat's live as well?"
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine not doing it. Yeah, I can't imagine not doing it live. There's so many songs there I'd be so excited to play live. That got to make it happen.
At the end of the year, there's going to be over 150 songs there. You've got to you can't not play those live, surely.
That's like a Bruce Springsteen gig, basically, isn't it? It's
most of them are about a minute long, so it's
yeah. So no, we'll see what happens with the live stuff, but yeah, the albums will come until the end of the year. But God knows what will happen next year, because we've just started writing some new Fuzzfelt songs as well. Just these last couple of weeks, there's some new songs coming through, and seriously impressed with them. Yeah, really, really good songs. It's like
doing some remote recording, aren't we, for those to try and get some releases for Fuzz and Felts, and without having band practices yet, just writing songs between us, which is it's a great way of doing it. We all use the same software. We've all got pretty much the same equipment to use in order to record it, and so why not just do it like that? It's good. It's a good way of doing it.
It is good. And yeah, we should be able to get back together soon and make some noises together. But, no, it's been a good experience these last few months. I think we've learned a lot about songwriting and recording in such a short space of time. And also the kind of the use of podcasts and Bandcamp, radio plays, etc. We're cramming into a year what you'd perhaps normally go over 5 or 10 years in a band. So.
Yeah, exactly. I can't express how good I think Bandcamp is. I think that's an absolutely brilliant website. The streaming services, they're great for convenience and stuff like that, but it's for the artist, it's not that good. It's not good at all. Websites like Bandcamp, where if we had physical copies of stuff, we could sell things on there quite nicely. But even so, you can still buy digital versions of the albums. You've got to make something unique on that isn't available on the streaming services. But it's and Bandcamp do it brilliantly. And the first Friday of every month, they do the Bandcamp Friday, where the artists get all of the money for sales. And there's some great bands on it. Absolutely brilliant bands we found on that.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Right then, God knows how long this has been, but this has been episode 1 of Das Kapichat. So you're now.
it shouldn't all be this long.
No, we'll keep the next one shorter. This is probably no one's going to watch this or even get this far, but it's been a good little test for us to for our new YouTube channel. So if you have stuck around to the end, well done for watching till the end, and you can have a free sticker for staying to the end. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what the password is. Crocodile bum. Okay, so if you know what the password is, let me know. I'll send a sticker to you.
Perfect.
Nice. So we got any outro music or not? I know you've written a theme tune for the start, but are we having any outro music, or is it the same as the start?
Same as the start. It's just we play it backwards. That's how we like to do things. Do it, write the song forwards at the start, and backwards at the end.
We'll just reverse it and put it on. Cool. Well, that's us done then.
Sweet.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Sayonara.
Das Kapichat, das Kapichat, das Kapichat.